Happy Melly Monday! It is time to finally finish up this couch corner makeover, and I'm very happy about all of your feedback. Starting with the name for my pet dragon, so I've gathered all of your suggested names. I'm just going to roll a dice. It's a 4, Bernie, so you'll be named Bernie from now on. Next up on the list of things to complete is the picture frame garland I made 2 weeks ago. You left a lot of helpful comments, so I'll paint my name, a rainbow heart, and my logo, and over time I'll replace them with pictures of things I make that are too big to fit in the shelves. So far most of the things I made are already on the shelves. My bag is hanging right here, and the 3D picture is also hung up in this area, and the chalkboard as well as my bunny are still in the kitchen. I should think about making a new doorstop eventually, but for now the bunny is still on display, so the only thing to put in the frames is the ball gown I sewed for my friend. So after measuring the frames, I printed out a picture of the ball gown, and for the other 7 frames I cut pieces of paper to the right size, marked out how much will be visible in the frames, and made notes what to put in them. Now I can get out my watercolors and get painting, starting with the pink splotch for my logo. I do have to say that it is way more difficult on the small scale and with paper that isn't meant for watercolors, but eventually I get it good enough. Next up is the rainbow heart. This is pretty self-explanatory. I am simply dividing a heart shape into 6 stripes and painting them in rainbow colors. Now on the other 5 pictures I am writing my name. I have chosen to remain very simple and use large, dark blue letters for the main reason that it will contrast nicely with the intricate pink and purple frames. After they have dried, I can come back with a silver marker and give the letters a fancy shadow to subtly spruce them up a bit. The rainbow heart also gets a silver border. For my logo, I use a black fine liner to write my channel's name on the blob, and because there is still room, I'm just putting a random slogan. This will probably be the first frame I'll be replacing with something else since I'm not too happy with it, but for now the pictures are done and I can put them into the frames. Last but not least, I need to find a place for these little ones. It was suggested to dangle them underneath the shelves, and I found this basket. So if I tie some ribbon on at the sides, I can hang it up by hooking it onto these shelf holders and secure it by tying bows around. Now I can add the most important flags of all and fill it with the stuffed animals from the box. Starting with the knight and soldier bobbleheads and my massive mosaic snake. Next up are the little water and air dragon, as well as this friendly pineapple. And then there is this whole herd of dinosaur babies. Aren't they adorable? Lastly, the bees can't just sit somewhere, they need to fly, so I'm putting them on a sturdy white string that is looped around the shelf. And with that, the couch corner is full and the box is empty, which means that the makeover is complete. I want to thank you again for all of your input on this project, so let me know of any ideas for future projects I could do, and subscribe so you don't miss new content every Melly Monday. Leave a like if you enjoyed the series, and I'll see you next Melly Monday.